copy. End zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Coach, thank you. We are over 4,000 miles away from where you're seated in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England, and Wembley Stadium. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
We go! 18 Gators! We go! You go take! You go Topper!
Block now on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey, Foxtrot! Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And he's going to go down again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready! 60 outlaw, blue draw quarters. Squeeze, double. 6, Delta. Spawn. Fair. Shoot.
This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the run. Mike 55. Eat. Get it.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. Dancing, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing on second down. Lock, complete. It's Johnson. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run the counter. Thompson able to slither by. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
That's good.
Ready.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 48.
Here we go again.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. DJ Chark the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Hey, check 24. Rock it. Check 99, check 99. Ready.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Here we go. 60 on. Coming for the son. I'm coming for the son. Hey, Haywood. Nice.
inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They look to throw. It's Locke. Big hold of the 30. He gets it to Cooks. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught at the 25. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Duke Johnson. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away. And Brandon Cooks. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brandon Cooks. 77 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Out of the gun is Minshew. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Leo! Hey, Charlie!
Now Minshew. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And just shutting him off there. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
Minshew sets to throw. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Clock will try again on second down. He gets it to Thomas. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Block off a play action. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's tight end Clay, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing now is Locke. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
A throw over the middle taken in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play action, now it's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
60 or. Go, D. Let's go. Hey, box truck. Hey, shit.
Here's Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Leonard Fournette. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
70, Indy. Hey, Celtic.
Now Fournette. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there. They'll run it again with Fournette. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. He completes it to Westbrook. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. He's got Thompson here, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Welcome back now here in London. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Lambo on for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Lock to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Lock now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Charles Clay has tied in the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke going deep for his time. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Trying to get it to Clay that time. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run with Thompson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 18 Gator. Just like that. Just like that. Snap.
On play action, Locke. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Switch. Recon, 132 fighter. 5.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want. Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
They go with Thompson again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll try the right side here with Fournette, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, set, 15, Ronnie, 15 Ronnie. He's down right, he's down on the right, down on the right. 4 down, check. 25, check 25, check 25.
He's back to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Back to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Down, 18, Gator. X3, 218, chopper. He's coming, double up. Now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down now, it's Thompson. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
I'm here all day. Double time. 3 down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They come out with one back and three tight ends. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Let's go, baby.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
60 outlaw. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game, a costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only second down, but I'd kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for third. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's third down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on third and goal from the 2. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal.
Check any weapon.
And what can Locke do with his drive? To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On second down, it's Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. From back at the 3 now. This is third and goal. They go to Johnson again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
No gain on the play there. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Throwing on second down now, Minshew. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marginal of yardage against them.
Check, lucky.
They'll run on first down. Thompson, and he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
70, Indy.
On second and 9, Minshew. Sharks got it, left side. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Jaguars have won the game. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder, A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Jags, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
just wanna be her. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I piss on my frustration. generation, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the